He's the acting director of the CBSA. He's the man that's in charge of this port of entry here. And we had talked to him a few days back to let him know that we were going to come here and we were going to talk about a violation of our inherent rights to travel freely within our territory.
These are delegations from the Iroquois Confederacy.
Haudenosaunee
serve you with letters and asking it to be passed on to the Prime Minister. And written in the letter is some of our concerns as far as our treaty goes and our right to freely cross back and forth over the U.S. and Canadian border. So we're now ready to serve that letter. Chief, Mohawk Nation. I came here today to present this letter on behalf of the Mohawk Nation and the Haudenosaunee. And what my brother here just finished saying is, we are still here. We haven't changed who we are. We still do the things that we said we would always do to keep peace between your people and ours. It is you that put that line there. We don't put that line, does not belong to us. We come in peace today to tell you those things, to remind you, to give you this letter to remind you of those things that we had agreed upon many years ago in the course when we dealt with Tuoro Wampum. We're living those things still today. He talks about that in his talk. We're still doing those things. And we expect the same respect from you and your people. We don't come here to make trouble. We didn't come here to create a conflict. We came here to remind you that you are in our lands. We've never released them or ceded these lands, and we've never sold them. And we expect that we should sit down with your Prime Minister and our leadership in the very near future to rehash those things, to rekindle those flames that we once had as brethren. We will still be here. We're not going anywhere. We want the same respect when our people use this every day. Don't you want it?
Seguin, thank you. I understand, Chief Mitchell, that you'd now like to proceed forward. I understand elected officials from the City of Cornwall, as well as the Mayor's office, is over there to greet you, and I wish you well. Thank you.
Mr. Kilger,
Good morning.
Ms. Javert,
Good morning, sir.
today we're here to deliver a letter to you in hopes of that we'll get to the Prime Minister detailing our concerns and our right to pass freely through this territory here. Who we have here is Bob Kilger. He's the Mayor of Cornwall.
Good morning, welcome.
Ms. Jalbert, she is
The Executive Assistant of Guy Lozon.
Executive Assistant to Guy Lozon, the MP. And they will be here to receive the letter and also to meet with our leadership here.
Me wahi tō skut tuni wari ho, tō nuk kanangara tō sai wat ka uhai. Me wahi nene tō kira tō kwa, ne tō panangara tō, ne ka ni kwa kia taro, ne chini yung kwe ta. Nene se ku kwa kira ta ki chini ka o no, te chukwa we ne no no ta square this. Me oro tai wari ho no no chini kwa twe ni. Se ku kwa to no ta ku chini wari ho. Ne se ku ni kwa te wa te kia ta, chini de ko na to ka ri wa ilo nya. Ya ta do ta de o te ni. Se ku o lak chia kwa te ri wa te kia te. Kan ka te wa he ne wa to ku china ho. Ne ka wa na ta ki, ne o ya tu slap wa ha. Ne ka te ki kana ta ko wa he ne on to wa tro ya te. Ne wa he ne chini ni kwa ri ho, to no to wa ta ku ne ka ra ka ni ha do. Ne wa he atai kwa ri ho no ro so o lak chia ya wa so. Ne ka te ne asni wa na ka ne ka kwa ta sa. Ne wa he ne kwa ka suro kwa ni na ya ai so wat ka. Ne chini kwe ta ke ne ka no ati ya ta e. Ne o ne kwa tu kwa ni. Na ya ai so wat mun de ne ka o no to on ka kwa ni no ka ne ko ni kwa ta e. Ne o ne tu wa ya to ko ta te no ti chi ha ra. Ne ka te ne kwa ne ka te ne ka ne ki. Un ka te ne na ya ai ti so ni no ko ne no ni ne chi chi ko na ta ne no ho to la ti. Ne ka te ne yu ko we saks. Ne chi ne ka na ho to ru ne te ne ta kwa ta. Ne no wa khise no ka no ni sne te. Ne ka te wa he ne ya kwa ya ha wi. Ne chi ni ko no ta tai so ani ko na ta. Ya ta no ne ya ne get ko to ke ko na ta sni se chi ni was is wa no. Ne ka ti wat ko ni ha ke. Ne ka ko ne ha se ko to no tu ha ke. Alok tai ko ri wa no ro sa a ko ne chi ni ya ko no tu se ko wat tu ha ke. Ne ka ti ne tu no ko ti wa ha ko ka ti ne so wat tu de ke. Ne ka ti ne o ni ka no na se ko ka khawi ne ko su ko ha ke. Se ku se e ni ko ri ho to. Ya no to alok ta ta ga ta. Ne di ko tu jo ni o nya de ko na to. Chini chi I ko ri wa su ni nya nya. Ne so tu ne sko ne sa hu ti ke to ne ka ra ga ni ha ya na ya ni so ya to. Ne ka ti ne tu no ko ti alok ne thai ko ri wa lo se ku ni ya kwa. This is what this what then. Ya se ne ti chi wa se. Wa uso wa ko ta ku chi ka ri sta ta ke ga ne ti ko ni ku ka ji mo ni sa ra ta o na. Se ko ni o ta ke. Ne ka ti ko tu jo ni ai to ri wa se ro ni ne ri wa ke ne ka ti ya ko tu ni ka wa na ka to no ta ko ne ka ni ro ta ha na de yes.
We come here today to talk to you, to bring you greetings from our people, from our nation, from the rest of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. We already have delivered our letter to the man from CBSA who works with you, and we would hope you would follow through with him to deliver that letter to where it needs to go, so that we can once again sit down together as brethren and work together in a format where we can coexist and work together in order to alleviate any of the difficulties that have arisen. We bring tidings of peace from our nation to yours, We wish you the best in all that you do. By the same token, he says, we need to remind you of who we are. We have not changed who we are. We still, as you saw, we still talk our language. We still practice our customs. The smoke still rises from our pipes. We're still practicing our traditions, our customs, our beliefs, and our songs, and we still believe in our lands that were divided between Canada and the United States. These are your divisions, not ours. We do not recognize that invisible line that you call the Canada-US border. That's your border. That line cut our communities, one of our communities, in half, and cut our traditional ancestral lands in half. But we have families all on both sides, and we believe that we have the right, and we will take the right, to travel back and forth freely without impediments, according to our ways, the way the Creator made it to be. We give you those thoughts right now to tell you that we are open to discussion, to look at how best we can do this and accomplish this in a peaceful manner. We seek peace. We don't want conflict. We need you to know that we are serious about who we are. We're not going anywhere. We're brown and we're going to stick around. And that's just the way it is. So I thought I would leave you with those notes, those messages right now, and you can take a copy from the gentleman that we gave that first letter to. That letter talks about all the difficulties that our people have crossing this border every day, and how we are treated as subhuman, and how we are treated according to the great doctrine of discovery, which doesn't treat us as human beings. We are, and we fully believe that we need to be respected in the same manner as everyone else, and we will take nothing less. So we give you those words today to encourage you, to encourage your Prime Minister and all of whoever is interested in dealing with creating peace, to sit with us as soon as possible so that these problems can be alleviated. Because we do not want to continue these kind of conflicts and these kind of difficulties. But we aren't going anywhere, and you need to know that when you want it.
Regretfully, Mr. Gillozo could not attend. He had to be absent because he is out of region. My name is Denise Jalbert, and I guarantee I will take the letter to Guy when he's going to come back, and he will deliver it to the Prime Minister. Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Haudenosaunee. They were here. I go at the other in the edge in the Gaston, the Nico, and a sort of hole. Go near Hayato. The Nokia can eruti a nest, a gun runes. Ne go no, I will go at the outdoor run. Nene at the other way near.
He says he wants to show you what we have with here is our condolence cane. And on here are all the titles of our 50 chiefs throughout the Iroquois Confederacy. Some of these men are here today to remind you that we're not going anywhere and that we're still here. He's here. I'm over here. This man is over here. We're still here. We have some other men from some of the other nations. From the Onondaga Nation, from the Tuscarora Nation. Seneca people are here as well. Iroquois is all of this, where you stand today. We're not going anywhere. We're still here. This is proof of that. These horns that we wear are proof of that. And our people, look at our people. They're still here. Not going anywhere. When you want it.
Well, we're glad you're here, and we're very happy that we've had for many years, and will continue hopefully for many more years, to share this region as good friends and as good neighbors. And I'm pleased that I was able to facilitate the presence of Ms. Jalbert here on behalf of our Member of Parliament, Mr. Gillozo, who has given his own personal undertaking, as she has said, to make sure that the document gets to the Prime Minister's office at the first opportunity on Tuesday.
I'm from the Onondaga Nation. I'm one of the elder chiefs of the Onondaga Nation. With us here today is the leader, Sid Hill Padadaho, who is the leader of all the 6 nations.
Welcome, Sid.
And we had a meeting. We had a meeting yesterday. And we talked about this time. We reminded one another of the necessity of bringing peace at this point here. We realized in this past 4 years that there's much suffering on the hands of the Mohawk Nation and the Mohawk people. And we have brought with us the belt. This belt is an agreement we made with the Dutch 400 years ago this year. We're going to be traveling from Albany, New York to the United Nations, where we will be met by the Dutch government to shake hands again. But what is here, and what's important to know, and why this belt was made, when they first greet one another as brothers, because you are our relative, you are our brother and our sister. We are family. This is your ship, with all your people, with all your religions, with all your government. This is our canoe. It's small, it's lean, and it's a hard life. But we here is our laws, our way of life, and we have agreed 400 years ago to tie ourselves together with the covenant chain of peace. 3 links: peace, friendship, for as long as the grass is green, the sun shines, water flows downhill. It's green today, very green. The sun shines well. The river flows strong. The words are still here. And so we reminded how long ago, and much bad events have happened, some good has happened, but in either case, as was pointed out by our brother chief here, we are still here. We have no intention. This is our homeland, and we want to bring peace. And we met yesterday, the Grand Council at the Haudenosaunee, and we said that we would support our brothers here in our family, the Mohawk Nation, to bring some kind of relief to these 4 years of really tragic events that continue on a daily basis. So this belt is going to be presented again to our Dutch brethren on August 9th at the United Nations. We're taking 1 line of canoes down. Our brothers are coming with their boats and their canoes and their yachts. They're going to be coming down here, but together it's going to be a visual reenactment, and of course you're welcome. And of course we would be honored if you would join us. Way back at that time, they said, how shall we keep this record? And they said, well, we'll write it. And we said, oh, all right, you write it the way you keep it, we'll put it here in here, and we'll keep the words. And when you lose your paper, come to us and we'll remind you. And so it stands today. And this handshake and this greeting between you is a continuation of that, and we appreciate your support. And we bring some peace to this event here. This has to stop. Done it.
Okay. Safe return home, and this is your home too. So
Thank you very much.
enjoy.
Sir,
All right.
We'll leave you, and safe return. Okay?
All right.
Talk later.